listener production.
Hey, Chris Spear with you. Welcome to The Briefing. When you think of a job and the words hard work, your mind might go to nurses or labourers or even people putting their lives on the line in active war zones. But did your mind go to influencer? Well, the question of whether it's difficult work to create content for TikTok, YouTube and Instagram has been floating around the internet this week. And it's after the ABC put out a video from the 2024 TikTok Awards that's now gone viral, almost hitting 15 million views. And in that video, they asked content creators if they consider their jobs hard.
It is definitely hard.
Other people wake up and they work 10 hours straight on their feet. You're laying in bed, you post a little video and you're complaining. Get a different job. All the influencers out there, lap it up. You are living the dream.
I know it looks fun, but it's hard work.
It's actually easy. It's not hard. Some days are really chill and then other days we're working like the whole day.
It can be hard at times. Sure, but when I'm going to put it into perspective, what so many people around the world are going through right now, our job is not hard, and I'm not going to stand up here and say that it is.
You have to think of content, you have to edit it, you have to film it, you have to be constantly relevant. And that is not easy.
The influencer you heard at the end there was Veronica B. She's got 190,000 followers on Instagram and more than 500,000 on TikTok. Veronica's found herself going viral after the interview, with people now calling her out for saying that being an influencer, while fun, is hard work. And she's not apologising for it either, releasing a video yesterday doubling down, saying she's sorry for being honest. So does she stand by this even as the hate comments and criticism piles up? Veronica B, welcome back to The Briefing. I'm going to give you a chance at a do-over, potentially. Is being an influencer hard?
Yes, it is hard work. Why does everyone want me to take back what I said?
Let's unpack it. Why do you think it's hard work?
Okay, first of all, we can't categorize all influencers into the one boat. We all do different things. We all have different niches. We all put in different efforts into our online personalities and online platforms. We all do different things. So I think everyone is attacking me for saying it's hard work because they're basing me with the same influencers that I guess just look pretty and do thirst traps. And they're like, oh, it's that hard. And I'm like, you don't know what I do. You only see like the skits and the vlogs and all the fun stuff that I upload. But like in order to get to that stage of uploading all that, like you would know, we've been doing content for how many years? Like, bro, 15 years trying to get that breakthrough. It was 2020 that this happened. People don't know how hard it is they underestimate how hard it is to formulate a very strong and loyal online presence. Like I have created a brand online. I'm not selling a product, I'm selling myself. And that is very hard to do. And anyone that's saying it's easy, then you do it. Everyone's saying it's so easy, then do it. Everyone's telling me like, you get free stuff all the time. Like you get all these free makeup, free clothes, you get to go to events. Yeah, but why do I get to go to these things? Because I've worked so hard on the back end to grow this platform, and I don't just have a lot of followers. That's not it. It's because of the engagement as well that comes with it and the loyal fan base. Like there's a lot of behind the scenes that people don't see. I'm more than just an influencer. I'm more than just a content creator.
Yeah.
I organize events. From scratch, all by myself. I don't have a management team. I am everything. Yeah. I don't have an editor. I do it. I don't have a manager organizing the collabs for me. I do it.
Yeah.
I do everything behind the scenes. And that's not me complaining. People think I'm complaining. I am in no way complaining. I was asked a question at the TikTok Awards, is being an influencer hard?
Yeah.
I said, yes, it is hard work, but it's also fun.
Do you think in that case, perhaps people miss the message of what you said?
I don't think they missed the message at all. I think everyone went into attack mode because of their own perspective. They're thinking, oh, this girl online who's posting fun videos is saying her life is hard. They started comparing me to their jobs and comparing me to other jobs, saying like, you think your life is hard? Go work in the emergency ward for 12 hours. Yeah, but I'm not comparing myself to what you do. I wasn't comparing myself to anyone. Like, I get it. People are going to hate on me for having, I guess, a job that's super fun that I love. And I know it's super fun. I'm very grateful for it. But if you think it's that fun and you're so upset at your job, then if it's so easy, do what I do.
And I can imagine there's some people that are listening to this now going, okay, I'm still not sold that this is a difficult endeavor. Like what you've said to me.
I'm downplaying it a lot.
Let's talk about the practicality, the day-to-day. What goes into the day-to-day for you in terms of creating content to create that personality that people like and engage with?
I love this. You know why? Everyone's been telling me, try have a 9-to-5 job. Okay, how about you try have a 24/7 job? Because that's what it takes when you have your own business. I have my own business. Whether you think it's a business or not, it is. Just like everyone else, I wake up and I have my schedule. It just looks a little bit different to you. You're going into work, you have your set tasks that you need to do. Me too. I wake up, I'm like, okay, we've got to do these emails, we've got to respond to this, we've got to organize a collaboration for this, we've got to film this, edit this, reshoot this. Okay, let's organize this event, let's do this and this and this. I have timing. I wake up with anxiety because on my whiteboard is my to-do list for today. Like I already wake up and I'm like, I'm stressed. My mum she can vouch for this. She's like, you wake up and you already start running. You're annoying. And just because I work from home doesn't mean my job is less of a job.
Well, I mean, to summarize kind of what you said and to summarize the commentary and videos, because there've been, as much as there's been comments on the actual video, there's been people then going on their own back and making videos commenting on you and your position and replying to you. To summarize some of what they've been saying, like you said, there's been comparisons to other industries. So you have been compared a lot to nurses, to construction, to aid work.
Yes.
And in amongst the cost of living crisis and with so much going on in the world, some are essentially saying your comments were tone deaf. Do you think your comments were tone deaf?
Definitely not. Why am I'm sharing my personal experience of my job and the hard work that I put into my job. That's not tone deaf. If you think that's tone deaf, what about your comments coming and attacking me where I was talking about my own personal experience and now everyone's comparing me to their job? I'm a very open-minded person. I'm not closed-minded. I have worked harder jobs in my life and I have worked very hard to be where I am today. So like I know what it's like for other people in other industries and how it looks like. I've wanted this life for so long. I'm like, I want to be that YouTuber that gets to make videos about like a product and how fun and edit this and have a loyal fan base. Like this has been my dream and I've been working towards it. So I don't think it's tone deaf. I just think people are being closed-minded and seeing only from their perspective, and I understand why, because from the outside, looking at someone like me and what I do and what I show you is fun. So obviously you're only going to see that side of it. So I've said that in my video. I've made a few videos saying like, I get why you think that way.
There's 2 videos that you have made. The first one I will get to in a second, but let's go to the second one. In the second video you posted on Monday, you had this to say.
I wanted to say I'm sorry for being honest and sharing my honest experience. I forgot that it's 2024 and if your opinion doesn't align with the loud minority, then your opinion is wrong.
What do you mean by that?
Well, exactly what I mean. I'm sorry for being honest. Like people think that's my actual apology video. People are like, oh, this was a pathetic take of an apology video. I have nothing to apologize for. Like, are you all right? Like I have been copying thousands of hate comments and they want me to apologize to them. You need to apologize to me. I not once mentioned anyone. I was talking about myself the whole time, talking about my own experience. So yeah, it was a piss take apology video. Like I'm sorry for being honest. And I'm getting so many positive comments saying like, girl, like why are you sorry? Like everyone's in their own lane.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, okay, I work at a labor job and I'm sweating all day, lifting and all this stuff. But why are you saying sorry? You chose to do that job. I chose to be in that job as well. I chose to do a laboring job where it's hard work physically. And you chose that.
Yeah.
And yeah, it is 2024 and you can't say your opinion online. That's why people get cancelled. That's why people are scared to say their opinion because they're going to get cancelled. And I think that's why people love me online because I am going to share my opinion. I'm not going to let having a platform or people putting me on this pedestal like, oh, you're an influencer. You have to say all the right things. You have to be perfect. You have to do this. You can't talk about Jesus. Aren't you scared you're going to lose followers? You can't talk about this. Bro, leave me alone. I will talk about what I want to talk about on my own platform.
Yeah.
If brands don't want to work with me, they don't want to work with me. There are going to be people, there's thousands of brands. Someone's going to want to work with me.
The first video, which we touched on a little bit earlier, the first video was titled, I'm Getting Cancelled Again in all caps. At one point, being cancelled was a significant threat to influencers, actors, to anyone in entertainment. But nowadays, by the simple fact that you're saying again, that to me indicates that cancellation really isn't a threat that can really affect your livelihood anymore. What do you make of that? Do you think that's true?
Obviously, everyone gets scared of getting cancelled. I think you need haters. I've said that since the start. You need haters. If you do not receive hate, you are not relevant. Sorry. Like the fact that I'm getting cancelled. I'm doing this interview. I'm doing another 4 interviews this week. My videos are going viral. People are making videos about me. Like, thank you. Yes, I'm losing followers, but I'm also gaining a lot of other followers. This is every content. Oh, okay. I'm not going to say every content creator's dream. But for someone that's tried to make that breakthrough for so many years, for all these people just to be making videos about me and like trying to cancel me, like what even is cancel culture? That's it. People love you until you reach a certain mark where you're doing better than anyone else, or like jealousy, and they try to cancel you. People are like, oh, I don't even like you. I've never liked you. I'm just here to like feed into what everyone else is doing. They're jumping on a bandwagon.
You touched on the fact that, you know, this idea of cancellation, all right, let's call it almost like a fiction, because that's how I'm kind of viewing it. I'm going to make myself and you feel a little bit better here. The idea of cancellation is a fiction. But let's talk about the wave of online hate. How are you coping with that?
I use it to my advantage. I love hate. I love hate. It keeps you so... You know, at one stage, I told my boyfriend, I remember a few months ago, I was sitting in the car and I got so upset because I'm like, oh my God, like a lot of... Like everyone's just liking me at the moment. I'm like, I'm going to lose my relevancy. You know, it's true though. Like hate keeps you relevant because they think they're so powerful. So other people that agree with them will comment and they'll make a thread and it just keeps going and going.
Yeah.
Like my website where I sell merch, the header is all my hate comments. Like I love hate because they think they're getting to me.
Yeah.
Like, girl, you think you're hating me? I grew up in a family where I wasn't allowed to do what I'm doing, and like it still wasn't even approved until they saw that I'm actually having some sort of income. Even till now, my mom will be like, maybe it is time to get, you know, a proper job. So you think your hate is going to affect me? I've been dealing with hate from my family inside my house.
Why do you think overall, with everything that's been said, why do you think people have such strong opinions about influencers and their workload?
I think that to them, I'm coming across as me saying that I work hard is coming across as, oh, I'm not appreciating everything that's coming at me. Look, to be honest, this is so silly. This is so silly. What the hell am I even explaining right now? What is this? Yeah. I can't believe this is a thing. I shared an honest opinion of me working hard at my job. If people don't see that, I don't care.
Yeah.
People view us as more of like, they know us inside out. It's almost like we've built like a friendship online, which I absolutely love. That means you're doing a really good job. With actors and actresses, it's almost like they're untouchable. You know what I mean? They're behind movie screens. They're A-list celebrities. Whereas we're your everyday average people. We live at home with our parents. Like we're on like creating TikTok, Instagram videos. We're more closer to your everyday average people. And I think that's why it's so easy for people to go in attack mode, because we're not untouchable. You can go to your local supermarket. I might just be walking there doing like my shopping. I don't know. Like, you know what I mean? Like, which I think is good and bad. It's good in the sense of we've created like this online presence that is relatable for me, for what I do online. Like I've created an online presence. I'm relatable. People come up to me as if they already know me, which is great. But then the bad side of it is because they feel they already know me, there's a broken barrier of, oh, you're meeting someone new. I can't speak to them like this. It's because they've been watching me for so long. They feel they can just say whatever, whenever, however, because like they're not seeing me for the first time. I'm not a stranger to them. It's as if they know me.
And some of the people coming to your defense online have been talking about the subjectivity of hard work. And just to be clear, your position is that your work as an influencer isn't necessarily harder than working as a nurse or a labourer. You're saying your work, it's still hard, but just in a different way.
In their own different ways. And that's so true. Like everyone's heart is different. Everyone's heart is different. I might think what you do from the outside looks easy. Yeah. You're just talking on a microphone. But being in like your position, that's hard work. You have to do your research. You have to do this. There's a whole behind the scenes that we don't know. We just see you having fun. Like everyone's heart is different. And I think you can't comment on it unless you've actually tried it and succeeded in it to know.
Absolutely, Veronica B. Always a pleasure. Thanks for joining us on the briefing.
Thank you.
TikToker Veronica B there. And if you want to hear about Veronica's creating journey, she was actually a guest on the Weekend Briefing earlier this year in March. So feel free to have a search and have a listen to that incredible chat with Antoinette Lattouf. That is, of course, it for this episode of The Briefing. We would love it if you could share this episode with someone who you think might enjoy it. And we'd love to actually know how you feel about this issue. Has Veronica convinced you that influencing might not be all that it seems, or do you think the criticism she's facing is justified? Let us know on our Instagram at The Briefing Podcast or on our TikTok at Listener Newsroom. And we'll be back in your feed tomorrow at 6 a.m. for Headlines with Sash. I'm Chris Biru. Catch you next time.
Listener.